most of us, the majority of folks, try to change others by manipulating, controlling, judging. This is ineffective and unethical and truly divorces you from your own power. I believe we can change people, but the highest leverage point to do so starts somewhere else. It's built on this premise. The origin of who anyone that you come in contact with in your life, of who you think they are, in your interpretation of them, starts in you. You have generated a story about who you think this person is. And so if you want to change them, you actually have to work with the interpretation that you've created about them before doing anything else. So why would you want to change somebody? Well, maybe so that you can have more access to freedom, authenticity, to your charm, to your true self. I'll give you an example. Many people, including myself, from time to time, might find it hard to be fully authentic around certain individuals. Maybe you are on a first date with somebody that you're attracted to. Maybe there's somebody that you really desire and want to be with, and so you find yourself kind of distorting who you really are and curating your presentation to them. Why do we do this? Well, there's an idea of who that person is that exists inside of your mind that has you think you need to do that in order to get love, in order to get approval, acceptance. And so it would be very beneficial to work with the interpretation of who you think this person is so that you can get more access to being your free, most expressive, charming, magnetic self. Maybe you've got a boss or a business partner or somebody that you find yourself feeling intimidated by or not fully speaking your truth around. This would be another reason to change your interpretation of whoever it is you're interacting with. How does one begin to do this? Well, the first thing is you have to get curious about how you are creating that person inside of your mind that is actually thwarting and stifling your authenticity. So the question to ask yourself and to begin to look into is, what is it that I am believing about who this person is that is creating a locked upness in me? What is it that I think that this person wants to see that is blocking me from being my fully expressed, honest self? And then write down all the assumptions that you're making about this person. And some of them may feel more true than others. And some of the ones you write down, you may realize they're completely unfounded, and you can scratch them off and you can drop it. And so even in that exercise, that may be cathartic for you. Then you can draw a line down the middle of the page, and on the right-hand side, you can write, okay, in order for me to be fully authentic, free, and expressive, or whatever it is that you want to be, whatever it is that you want to create yourself as in this person's presence, what will I have to believe about them is true? And then journal and answer that question. What is it that I must believe that they want in order for me to be fully myself? Now, those are two lines of inquiry that you can begin to explore. There's others, of course, that will naturally come out as you begin to pull the thread on this exercise. But the power of this is what you'll find is that on both sides, you'll find justification for each one of these beliefs being true. And that's the interesting, tricky paradox about this. You will find evidence for whatever it is that you're looking for. And so why not look for evidence around the things that you want to create that give you access to being more your full self, rather than operating in this default mode of holding on to beliefs about someone that actually have you not enjoy the interaction, not feel empowered. When you really get this, you can start to realize how ridiculous and ineffective it is to try to change someone outside of you. First, work with your interpretation of who you can allow them to be, who you want to speak to, so that you can give yourself full access to being you. Because here's the thing about human beings. We have infinite sides to us. And you get to pick and choose what side of people you are speaking to. You get to choose what side of people you are listening to. And what's wild about that is because you're in a relationship with them, as you hold on to that perspective, you give them an opportunity to also hold on to that perspective as well. Where if you're feeling free in the interaction, they can start to feel free in the interaction as well because of mirror neurons, rapport, and because there's naturally a gravitational pull to want to feel good in interactions with other people. So try this one out. See what your takeaway is from this video. The summary is essentially that every single person you come in contact with, the origin of who they are is a story that exists within your mind that you have authored either unconsciously or consciously. And the invitation is to author it consciously, to allow yourself the freedom, the expression, and the flexibility to be who you really are in their presence. Let me know how this video lands, and if you've got any questions, comments, feel free to comment below, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more insights on personal transformation and creating a life and relationships you love. Thanks.